What up, what up, what up, world? Man, it's your boys, man. We back in the building again, man. Say, it's Monday, man. Monday fun day, man. Everybody in that job and that work, man. We getting off or getting on, whichever one we doing, man. But definitely got to cut my stuff down. You know how y'all done caught me slipping again. It's always me, man. I've been doing this since the beginning, man. Y'all to be used to it by now, man. But say, man, we back for another another chatterbox, man. I be doing so many things, but say check them wake and bakes out in the morning at 5 o'clock, man. Whatever time you wake up, check them wake and bakes out, man. Real motivation, man. But say, man, it's your boy, man, Shelvin Mason, the Purpose Pusher, man. Here with your boy, man.
It's Clee.
Yeah, how you doing, fam?
I'm all right. It's Monday.
I know it, man. I had a good weekend, though, man.
Oh, for sure.
I ain't gonna lie, I had a good weekend, man. Was able to get a little rest and relaxation, man. How y'all doing? On this live, man. How y'all doing on this live, man? Please comment, man. Be the first to comment on this video, man. Somebody say what's up to your boys, man. Let us know you out there, man. We definitely want to get this conversation popping, man. We are definitely going to be a positive platform for the community and be a voice for the voiceless, man. That's the whole intention of this podcast, man. So please feel free to put your perspectives in the comments, man. I keep trying to get y'all, motivate y'all to comment, man, on the conversation, man. Say something, man. It don't matter what you say. You can say, you know, try to keep the derogatory language out of there, but, you know, you can say, man, forget that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. You don't have to be with what we with just because we on here talking. This is a conversation, man. I love to hear people's perspective because I want to know why you ain't with it. Sometimes we have our own experiences to stop us from saying stuff. So definitely comment, man. Definitely like, follow, and share. Please like, follow, and share, man.
All right, tag somebody.
Tag somebody.
You know, if it's speaking to them, just tag them.
Yeah, man. Y'all remember when we used to play the game of tag? You know what I'm saying? Just tag somebody, man. Tag you it. Let somebody else be it tonight, man. Just tag them, man. We want to definitely, you know what I'm saying, help motivate people. You know what I'm saying? Because Clee an awesome motivator, man. Dude is an awesome motivator, and we be just being like transparent. And so I'm gonna just put this disclaimer out here right now, man, because I know a lot of y'all be getting on here thinking that y'all finna hear a whole bunch of, you know, just say, I'm gonna tell you, it get a little transparent, it get a little raw on here sometimes. So if you ain't with it, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and get out the city, man. But if you with it, man, look, we definitely love y'all, man, and we definitely want y'all to stay tapped in, man. But definitely like, follow, and share, man. Definitely like, follow, and share. What's up, sis? What's up, Alicia, man? Good to have you on here. Always a blessing to have you on here because I know you go speak your mind. If you don't do nothing else, you go speak your mind. I mean, I'm finna tag some people real quick, man, because I want to make sure that some people tap in, man, and get on here. Can y'all please do me that favor, man? Y'all know y'all got friends and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that y'all got an influence on, man. Just tag somebody, your sister, whoever, just tag somebody. Bring them on, man, because we want to have this conversation, man. And a conversation ain't nothing when, you know, it's one-sided, you know what I'm saying? We want a conversation that's two-sided, you know what I'm saying, three-sided, four-sided. We want everybody's perspective on it. This is the one thing that I learned, man. You either go be a building block or a stumbling block.
Say that.
You either gonna be a building block or a stumbling block, and the question tonight is, which one are you gonna be? You go be a building block. You gonna put yourself in a way and help close the void, this gap that we have, you know, toward getting toward our purpose, getting toward a better future. Or you gonna be a stumbling block. You gonna cause us to stumble, man. Please be a building block tonight and hit the like, tag, and share button. Just please do that for me tonight, man. I would really appreciate that, man. So we gonna go forward into it, man. Last week we talked about constraints versus restraints.
You gotta know that them constraints are a bit. It's more personal, if anything. If you know what's constraining you, might be something that you're limited by just perception. It's ideology.
See, while a constraint is a restriction or a limitation on someone or something, a restraint is an act of holding back or keeping something or someone under control. Like I said to y'all, I gave y'all a good analogy last week. You can think of a constraint of more like a barrier. More like a barrier, something that you can get through, something that you can get over. But when it comes to restraints, it's more like a leash. It's something that's holding you back, something that's stopping you from progressing with the intention of keeping you stuck. See, a lot of times we deal with constraints, and what we got to realize is when we take the strength out of constraint, all you have is a con.
Right.
You don't even have no constraint. All you have is a con, because the truth is the situation fooled you into thinking that you couldn't get past it. I don't know about y'all, but I've been in some relationships that fooled me into thinking that I needed them. I've been in some places that fooled me and thinking that they were safe places. I've been in some mindsets that fooled me into thinking that was the best thing to do. But sometimes you got to realize that constraints ain't nothing but trickery. It's nothing but a facade. It's nothing but something that's causing you to think that it can hold you back when all you got to do is break through the barriers. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm glad that God made me a barrier breaker. Do I have some barrier breakers on here? Just put in the comments. I'm a barrier breaker because you've been breaking barriers since you came out the womb. That was the first barrier you broke when you came out that womb and said wham. You know what I'm saying?
And see, the thing about like constraints and restraints, right? And that constraints is, like I said, is ideology. So like a constraint would be something like, that was kind of stopping you from your destiny. Like say if you was an athlete, right? And you wasn't getting no playing time. That's you. You gotta get back in that gym. You gotta work yourself out. You gotta do what you can to get where you need to be.
Right.
But a restraint is something like an injury. You know that's something that's gonna hold you back. It's limiting you to you playing and you actually doing your peaking at your highest potential.
Right.
So a lot of times that we kind of confuse the two.
Right. Right.
Something that's holding you back is something that's holding you back, but or you in your own way.
Are you in your own way? Wow, wow. See, a lot of people don't realize, and that's powerful that you brought up sports, because Michael Jordan. When you think about Michael Jordan, what do you think about? The greatest of all time.
Right.
People don't realize how much Michael Jordan had to do in order to become great.
Right.
Contrary to popular belief, do you know that he missed 75% of the game-winning shots that he made?
Right.
Boy, I missed more shots than he made, but all you remember is the shots that he made.
Making. Right.
Because
you seen Ben Simmons lately? So they talked about him getting traded for James Harden, right? And it was more of a bad thing because James is getting a little older, and he's not going to be the same potential player that he used to be when he played in Houston, right? But here's the thing. James is playing. Ben, he say he hurt. He said he would be eligible or possible. It would be a possibility for him to play in Game 4.
Right.
And guess what he chose to do?
What?
Not play.
My God.
So, and that's the difference between regular average Joes and greats. Kobe, torn Linden.
Man.
Torn Achilles. He's still up there shooting free throws.
Still playing.
Ready to play. Iced up. Knees iced up, but they coming.
It's a constraint, Doc. It's not a restraint.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You only get restraints when you're trying to stop yourself from doing something bad. But when you got purpose, when you got goals, you only got constraints. You got to push through them barriers, man. You got to break through them barriers.
It's mindset.
In this next season of your life, I'm telling you, you got to become a barrier breaker. You was made for it. All you got to do is put your mind on it. Disclaimer, I'm putting this shameless plug on the Wake and Bake every morning, man. We gonna be talking about the thought processing, mastering the process of your thought processing. We're talking about mind all week on the Wake and Bake, man. Y'all got to tune into the Wake and Bake, man. Get that in your life, man. It's going to bless you. I promise you it's going to bless you.
Well, that's a good thing about you actually talking about thoughts, though, because, like, even with Joyce Meyer, her biggest scene in the battlefield, the mind is the battlefield.
Right.
And then, if anything, nothing's actually going to plug in until you change your thoughts.
Man.
Until you change your thoughts. You got to do something different.
Man.
Like you got to have a mindset, like we were saying, that you got to download in your spirit. You can't have that same mindset of set it off and then you're supposed to be able to keep it cool. Like, it's never gonna. You got to find a balance. Like,
you got to be diverse.
You got to be able to find that balance.
You got to be diverse, man. But so we gonna be talking about it, man, all week, man. But look, tonight, we gonna be talking about something different. We gonna be talking about something different because I really think that a lot of times we go on in life and a lot of us don't realize how many people we have around us that are not for us. A lot of times we don't even realize how many people really just there to watch you fall, and how many people that are there to kind of set you up. But every time you turn your back on them, they sharpening a knife, and when you're looking at them, they smiling in your face. I don't know about y'all, but I've had that encounter with people in my life who were actually trying to set me up when they looked like they were trying to take me up, but they were trying to set me up to get knocked down. And I had to realize that there are a lot of people out here with hidden motives.
Right.
That's what we're gonna be talking about tonight. We're going to be talking about hidden motives. I'm telling you, you do not want to tap out of this conversation. This conversation going to bless you because it's going to help you kind of triangulate and be able to be aware and catch the signs of when people got hidden agendas, hidden motives, ulterior motives, whatever you want to call it, when they really not in your best interest. They just make it look good. There's a lot of people that make it look good. They wolves dressed in sheep clothes.
I'll say that.
Yeah, they wolves dressed in sheep clothes, and they keep on telling y'all these things. So hidden motives. What are hidden motives? Don't worry, I'm your boy. I got the definition for you. Y'all ain't even got to look it up. Hidden motives, also known as ulterior motives, are alternative or extrinsic reasons for doing something, especially when they are concealed or when differing from the stated or apparent reason. Especially when they are concealed or they are differing from the stated or apparent reason. I don't know about y'all, but I've had some people in my life with hidden motives who told me one thing but was actually trying to do another. Right. You'd say, it's about to go down, man. Look, we gonna give y'all some signs of hidden motives or ulterior motives. We'll give y'all some signs, man. These are gonna help you kind of put your finger on some people in your life, and we just gonna give you these, and then after this we gonna tell you ways to deal with people with hidden motives, because you can't deal with people with hidden motives if you're not aware of them. So we want to make you aware of people with hidden motives first. Then we gonna show you how to deal with them, because man, you got to deal with them differently. You can't deal with them like you deal with an enemy. You can't deal with them. Jesus didn't deal with Judas like he dealt with the legions. He didn't deal with Judas like he dealt with the Pharisees. Jesus dealt with Judas different. You got to realize that you're gonna have to deal with some people different in your life. And I don't care what you're talking about. You can't always be combative with your betrayers. You can't be combative with your.
You got to kill them with kindness.
You got to kill them. Saying you got to be so meek with it and sweet with it that they don't even know how to see with it. I'm telling you, man, you got to be with it. You got to kill them with kindness.
Say that.
So we gonna get into it, man. So, man, I know the first sign. This is the first telltale sign when somebody has a hidden motive or an ulterior motive, or ulterior agenda in your life. The conversation quickly becomes about and stays about them. It's the first way. That's the first way. Well, I'm not talking about narcissistic people. I'm not talking about narcissistic people. I'm talking more so the people who keep redirecting the conversation back to them, sometimes with skilled tactics and persuasion, sometimes with a blatant flip of the switch. The hidden agendas are on a mission. They're on a mission, and their impatience often seeps through the cracks. These are people with hidden agendas. That conversation quickly becomes about them. You ever been having a conversation with somebody, and it seems like every time you bring up something in your life, they keep on bringing up something about them.
Right. And then sometimes you got to be careful with those type of people, though. They find a way to shut out your voice. Right. What I mean by that is that when you get ready to have them type of conversations, they find a way to vary whatever you say. If you skilled about something, right? Right. And they don't know anything about it, but they mansplaining. And they find a way to where they get it back to where it's all about them.
Mansplaining.
Have you ever dealt with somebody like that before?
We call it lie-splaining. Yeah, right. We ain't putting no gender on that, gender bias. We lie-splaining. They start lie-splaining. Yeah, I've been around people like that. You can't do nothing better than them. Exactly. Right? You can't have no shine. They want to be in all your limelight. They like scoot over. Every time you get a little light on your life, they like scoot over. Let me get in too. No, bro, let me have this. Golly, bro, you really got to be everywhere I gotta go. Like your name gotta be mentioned every time my name is mentioned. These are people with hidden motives, and I don't know about y'all. Some people I've been in my life that I've encountered in my life, they always wanted to be a part of my conversation. Like keep my name out your, bro. Keep my name out your. Quit putting me and you together in every conversation.
Well, you got them type because they got to find it. Say, like, especially if you're one of the individuals that's in your group or in your social circle where everybody clings to you. So, and they might not be so socially active to where they got to find a way to where they correlate y'all together so people can actually pay attention to them. Yeah.
So they really have a hidden agenda. They really have an ulterior motive. Right. And a lot of times we don't even look at it like that because we too busy thinking that, man, they just love me like that. They just can't get enough of me like that. No, they got an ulterior motive and you haven't figured it out yet because they really dressing it up so pretty to where you just ignoring the fact that they might be after you. They might be covetous. They might be envious. They might be jealous of who you are and where you're going, and they trying to redirect your path because they really trying to make you fall off of the plan that God has for your life. They really trying to put you in a dark situation so they can say, well, y'all know what's the name, such and such and so over there hurting.
Right. You gotta beware of Mr. Me Too.
Yeah, man. Mr. Me Too.
Because you know how you can get around people where you say, like, if you got a profession and you actually delve in it specifically every day.
Right.
I'm not gonna say I know anything about building. I don't know nothing about building. Like, I'm not a handyman.
I ain't gonna say I know nothing about the post office.
Well, I'm just saying, but you got them type of people where he get the mansplaining. Well, look, I know this to be a chisel or so and so. He get the popping out too. And he don't know anything about them.
Come on, like I know a lot of dudes. I have to ask them what a plumb is. This is your craftsmanship. You supposed to know what a plumb is. You know what I'm talking about.
Right. I know.
I have no idea what a plumb is, bro. And Do y'all know what a plum is? Anybody over here know what a plum is? Y'all tell me what a plum is real quick. What does a plumb line do? I'm just curious if you know. Some people don't know nothing about your business, but always got something to say about what you doing.
Man.
Get out of my cooler. You don't even know the flavor. Yeah, it's red, but this kind ain't tropical punch. This ain't tropical, this cherry.
Right,
Get out my Kool-Aid. Dang, you always in my Kool. I can't stand people like that. But sometimes you gotta realize that they really trying to redirect all the attention back to them because they really have a direction that they're trying to carry you.
Right. Or the conversation at that point.
Period. They trying to carry you somewhere, and you got to be careful not to always entertain it. Some people you ought to just say, you know what, bruh? This ain't for us. This ain't the way we finna go. We ain't finna rock like this. Because matter of fact, this is where I gotta cut it off.
Right.
Because some people you just gotta cut off. You just gotta cut it off. Man, we gonna get into how to deal with them later, but that's the first way you know that the conversation quickly becomes about and stays about them. Well, man, shoot, yeah, she got that man over there, but you don't know. I was over here. What's her name? What's her name?
Right.
Oh, come on, get out of her bed. Why you all in her? Why you gotta always turn her good situation into your good situation?
Right.
You ain't even really in no good situation. You still single.
Oh, you ain't even thought about old girl.
I don't mean that in a bad way. Let me say to my singles. I don't not mean that in a bad way, because you know singles take that personally. Now single ain't being single. Now, I'm not meaning like that, but you know how people is. You know they always want to be like they the girlfriend that every man you get with. I was just about to say that.
You the sister that's in the background that got a whole bunch to say.
You hear me?
But you ain't never with nobody.
Her motive is to keep you single. Let me just tell you. Let me help you out. Her motive is to stop you from being in a relationship that'll grow you, even when you see the signs that it will.
Here's the good thing: she's gonna be available for brunch,
right?
But not at nighttime.
You hear me? You hear me? She ain't available for that empty bed. Let me tell you that.
She gonna be available for brunch, but not at nighttime.
And then she gonna call you on the phone, talk about what you doing.
What you doing?
Girl, I'm just sipping this wine. Same thing you doing. We ain't doing nothing.
We both got the same ring.
Dude, I don't know about y'all, but you gotta get tired of having lonely conversations. You gotta get tired of having lonely conversations with your friends. At some point, you just gotta say, you know what, this conversation, I got something with potential. I'm not gonna keep on letting you sabotage my relationships and make them about you every time.
Right.
Well, you just go leave me. I thought you were coming over here. You know how people get.
Right.
Even your boy. Oh, for you just finna go hang with the old girl?
Yeah.
Oh, she got you wrapped around her finger.
Yeah. You whip.
You sprung, whatever it may be, bro. Quit letting people hide their agendas in your life, because a lot of people, man, it get bad. Let me tell you, this is number 2. Say, man, it's going down. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all know we on some real stuff. So I come in, I always root for my ladies that are in a relationship. I've been single for 8 years, shaking my head. Go pray for you,
man. It's gonna get better, baby.
It's gonna get better. It's somebody out there waiting on you.
But here's the good thing, though. For her to have that type of attitude in the midst of the situation, I mean, you ain't got nothing but to look up.
Cause some people get better.
Right.
Some people get better.
Right. They find a way to turn to your relationship.
Man, you ever had a relationship that was 3-way? Like every time you look up, you got this extra wheel. Like, man, you ain't never got nothing to do. Nah, we ain't cooking dinner tonight. You just start lying to folks. Like, nah, we ain't eating dinner tonight. We actually finna go somewhere. we were just finna leave out the door. You act like you getting in the car and everything. Right. Pull around the corner just to park back at the house like is they gone.
She the one to avoid,
bro.
Or he. It
get real.
Because he could be the one that say, man, come over to the house and play the game. Nah, bro, you looking for companionship? Go find it in somebody else.
Yeah, bro. I ain't finna play no more games.
Yeah,
I got a whole situation over here that I'm trying to get with. I'm trying to cultivate.
Exactly.
Me up. Nah, this crazy. This time about bros before now, bro. That's not how God put it. If it was bros before the other word, bros before girl, then why didn't God give Adam a friend before he gave him a woman?
Yeah, say that.
Oh, man. Oh, man, that's a good question. That's a good question. If it was bros before female, then why did God bring him a female first? I'm just asking the question. You can deal with it in your own solo time. You ain't even got to put it on the chat. We could talk about it. Who he thinking about? I don't know. The time was taken intentionally. In all honesty, I had to process a lot.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I did that, and a lot of times that come from when you being in situationships, and you gotten into a place where you and we gonna talk about that a little bit later. You got to stay tuned in. We finna go in. I'm telling you. Number 2. they constantly revisit a certain subject. This is number two. When trying to deal with people with hidden motives, when trying to triangulate if they got hidden motives, or trying to put your finger on it. The second thing is they constantly revisit a certain subject. This one track mindedness is most telltale sign of a hidden agenda. Again, it's all about the mission.
Right.
It's all about the mission. So it doesn't benefit them to go far off topic because it will divert them from getting what they want.
Right, because they want you to bring you back to your attention about this specific thing.
Right.
So we can I can cultivate or manipulate your mind for you to go that way.
Right. They don't want you to move past where they want you at. They want you in a certain position. They want you in a certain state. They want you in a certain place. They want you in a certain relationship because they have a motive for you. And most of the time, and when it comes to relationships, when it comes to stuff like this, their motive is not to see you happy.
Right.
They don't care who you with. If you with anybody that make you happy.
And sometimes, and when you say that though, here's the thing. Like when I heard that, I'm thinking about like sometimes. And them saying not to see you happy is just them being along with you,
right?
Because that's a lot of times. That's in most situations, especially in our ethnicity. Like they'll say, "Oh, hey, this the best it's gonna get."
Talk about it, Doc.
This is the best it's gonna get.
Talk about it,
Ain't nothing
Doc.
like being around this corner, drinking and chilling with your homeboy. But you can go out and have a drink. It's a difference. But a lot of times people try to revert that back to like we said, to manipulate your mind for you to feel like this is the only place that it should be, or where you should be at that point.
I'm gonna sip my water on that one.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I ain't got time to play
or
with
like even with like let's say if you dealing with like an aggressive mother, right? And she ain't got nothing going on because she done had her kids and all her relationships done been torn down, and she find a way to like suppress her own family,
right?
And she tell them or just in certain situations, because I see it all the time,
right?
Or even in movies, girl, he ain't no good. Yes, he's no good because you don't want him to be no good. What's that movie where Taraji P. Henson was messing with Morris Chestnut? I can't think of the name of it. Remember, he left her because the mom was getting on his nerve.
Man, I can't remember the name of that movie. Man, one of these women, somebody on here might know the name. I can't remember. I know what movie you talking about.
Yeah, but Jennifer Lewis was the mama.
Yeah,
and she was
on that boy
every day.
Bruh.
Something about what he doing. And what the thing was, she was manipulating her mind to say that he wasn't a good man.
Ooh.
When he actually was. And that he actually was invested in their own relationship.
Right.
But she had a hidden motive.
And her hidden motive, a lot of times in situations like that, the hidden motive is to keep you within.
Exactly. And I don't want you to be nowhere else.
It don't have to be too much as far as another man or another woman. It could be a job opportunity.
Exactly.
They don't want you to go higher than them because they feel like as long as we on this level, we can relate. But as soon as you get a different position, what they start saying, sure, so the change.
Right.
Got a little change in their pocket. Bro, ain't nobody changed, bro. You changed. You didn't never used to ask for this money. When the last time you asked me to borrow $500?
Right.
Bro, you used to ask me for a little $5, $10, get your bag or whatever.
Right.
Now you just switch. I'm like, shoot, man, I'm trying to put a damn payment on the car. No, that wasn't the conversation a couple of minutes ago when I wasn't in this position.
And I done seen it in just a test. I done seen it on my job where like some other people like as they actually go into like intern programs where they were being around us as a regular group,
right?
And they end up going into management, into corporate,
right?
And then we see them and it's like, don't act like you don't know me. They find a way to address the situation like, don't call me that. You know my name. You find a way to make it more of a homier relationship when they're trying to be professional,
right?
Like Miss Barbara, go ahead. You know, and I done seen it, and it's like to me, I'm sitting back like, dang, so you really rather have a progression. You want to put a choke on their progression. Yeah. You rather have them
stagnant. They want to restrain them.
Right.
They want to restrain.
Right.
Yeah, man. People like that, though. And that's funny, man, because you can't feel bad about God blessing you. I don't know who that was for. You cannot feel bad about God blessing. Don't you let nobody make you feel bad about God opening up a door for you that man can't close and closing the door for you that man can't open. You got to realize that sometimes that blessing is for you. Right. Don't let nobody put no constraint on your blessing, put no constraint on your life, put no constraint on where you going. Right. And you sitting in this same comfortable situation because you done made the uncomfortable. Nah, forget that, bro. I'm done with that. I ain't got time to sit up here and entertain y'all no more. Man, I got things to do. I got dreams.
Right.
And you can't allow people to do that. So they constantly revisit a certain subject. The third thing is, and this one here go really make a lot of people just be like, yeah, man, that's the one right there. Number 3 is their eye contact and body language is off. I know. Hold on, Pat Wiley said something. I had an extra trying to spend the night without inquiring if we wanted company, but always saying she don't want a man. So why you trying to be over here with me and my husband? Hold on, Pat. Hold on, say expose it. Say sometimes you gotta expose it. Say I can't stand it when people be doing it, bro. Don't be around me and mine too. You know when you overstayed your welcome.
Right. So you don't know what time you need to go home?
Yeah, it's about that time. You see how we looking at each other. Like you feel it, and it gets tense when it's time to go to bed, and you got a third wheel, and they don't want to go home. You know, I would say, y'all don't know. It's about that time. Man, we ain't got no more. We ain't got no more for you.
Right.
You can take this with you. Take that with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Bitch Pat, that ought to be another way you can get rid of her. Start making her a plate. Get her a plate.
Take this with you. All right now.
What you say you want on it? Yeah, let her know.
For real, man. Some people just stay around for the extra blunts. Hey, you can have a bag.
Yeah, right.
I got to know where that came from. It's just the way people live, man.
Right.
But we just being 100, man. But their eye contact and body language is all.
Right. I mean, I think body language is like a key indicator for the most part.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you know when somebody's uncomfortable about whatever. Even like, say if you're having a casual conversation and you see that, you start picking up those signs, you read them.
Right.
Usually, like even when we was discussing earlier, that sometimes you can love someone so much to where you ignore them. You see the red flags, but you ignore them.
Right.
And it's like the same way with body language. So you know, if Joe Blow is stated back and back, even though you're having an intimate conversation with them, or if their arms is crossed all the time, you're gonna know that they're trying to find a way to step away from the conversation, or they're not receiving what you're saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not trying to receive.
Exactly. They're standoffish.
And so a lot of time what happens is, people working a quiet agenda will have a harder time keeping eye contact. They may blink uncontrollably.
Right.
And have a stiff, unnatural body language, like they just stiff. It's just something about you, bro. Why you all stiff and stuff? What's on your, what's on your mind?
Especially like that should be a key indicator. If you got to somebody, you all right? Or, relax. Just to let you know,
the conversation ain't warm or nothing. It's just when you talking to somebody and y'all having a genuine conversation, like y'all having a heart to heart.
Right.
It's 100. You know but you also know when
something's out.
You good, man?
Something's out.
Like if I ask you good more than 3 times within 60 seconds, chances are I'm peeping your whole temperature. Like I'm peeping your whole aura. Something ain't right over there. If I ask you 2 minutes, you all right? Like, hey man, you so why you can't? You ain't looked at me in my eyes one time this whole conversation. I feel like that's disrespectful, honestly.
Well,
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my!
I feel like it's just. That's how I was raised. I was raised. My grandfather always taught me when you talking to a man, you look him in his eyes.
Right,
so I feel like if a man is talking to me, like not what we doing right now, but we having a heart to heart. If I'm talking to you and I'm having a heart to heart with you, I expect you to look me in my eyes, bro, because I have some. I'm looking for something that for one, I'm looking for confidence.
Right.
I want to have confidence in you when I'm talking to you.
Right.
If you look at y'all know when people lying to you, they be looking at your shoes and stuff.
Nah, for real.
Look at the side.
Because they're trying to find another way or what to say.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Man. That's a telltale sign. Body language will tell it all.
Right,
a lot of times, I don't know about y'all, a lot of times, I done had conversations with people and just by their body language, I seen that something wasn't right. I was like, yeah.
And that should give you a key indicator not to even go whatever that may be. Like, I ain't gonna do business with bruh.
Right.
Or whatever, because he seemed like he don't know what he doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Say, what's one of the key indicators for women when it comes to body language from men? Because we just 2 men up here. We can't tell. We can't give y'all this information. We don't know this. Like, what's one of the key indicators for women that tell you that a man is being dishonest when it comes to body language? What's the key indicator? I want to know what y'all gonna say. I really want to see. Somebody please answer this for you. For you. This is for you.
What you got, Cal?
I think it's the same for everybody.
You think it's the same?
Where your eyes at?
Where your eyes at? Well, some men ain't. I guess that is an ulterior motive. Well, it may be an ulterior motive. It could be just impressed or attracted to.
Or like some people think with their eyes too. Like I try not to negate that. It's like it be like in the show. It be like in the shoulders and the arms, like what I see, or like they like doing a lot of fidgeting with their hands and stuff like that. You gotta know. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know.
Got nervous tactic stuff.
Right. That's what I was telling him. We had a conversation about it. Some people are just nervously, just by nature, they have anxiety and they're nervous all the time.
Yeah, but you know those folks. You know, we ain't talking about them folks. We talking about people.
Mode, right?
Yeah, we talking about people who you know. Like, I know you when you real. I know you when you being content.
Agreed.
I know you when you being sincere. This is
Words.
not you.
Words.
Words.
Yeah, you know, man. You know, like
Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you get that guy, you know something wrong.
Say, niggas start talking about the weather on you. Say, man, it's so sunny out here.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's 3 o'clock. It's been sunny all day. You just noticed that?
Yeah, they be doing
Hey, people play too much, but I can say, man, I think that's debatable because body language is completely different. It is with each individual, but you know when you know somebody,
right?
You know what I'm saying? You know when they.
And when I said body language, let me reiterate. Is when I'm discussing something straight to you, and like you look down, you look off,
right,
Yeah.
right.
You're
not engaged in the conversation.
Disengaged.
Yeah.
Right. You know, for a lot of us, a lot of men, we miss sometimes when women have hidden motives when they be trying to, you know, the time we miss, we be
loving on them so hard, you know, you don't even pay attention to that. You just be happy that she be in your aura, knowing dang on well, if she done looked at Snapchat 5 times while you have a bruh, she's not interested at all.
So, okay,
we miss it.
If you ask me a question, I go, man.
Gotta pick up the mic, B. Gotta pick up the mic, B.
Yeah,
pick up the mic, B. Hey, I say, what's up, D? D show here, Cindy on here. You feel the energy. Nah, for sure. You definitely feel the energy. Energy is off. The energy is off. And when that energy off, a lot of us, we still have hope for a happy ending or something like that. I don't know what it is that keeps us in those situations. Sometimes I don't know what does keep us in those situations where people body language be off and stuff like.
It's your heart, it's your feelings, your emotions are tied into that individual or the possibility of what things could be.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. A lot of times we do have emotional ties to people, and we try to look past what we see in our present, hoping that it's not what it is. And man, that be the worst betrayal in the world.
It's the heartbreak.
Because you still had that benefit of the doubt. And even with the benefit of the doubt, they still did what you really knew in the back of your mind was coming.
Right.
But they went ahead and did it. And now you mad. Soul ties. You know, soul ties. I mean,
That's too much, mama.
I mean, you done did.
That's too much for me.
You did something.
She said something.
You did something that you
I don't want you tied to myself.
Shoot, every time you put that together, yeah, you tied up. You tied. But man, so that's number 3, man. The eye contact and body language is off. Number 4, this one here made me laugh because I thought of a lot of people when I heard it number 4. When I got number 4 there, I thought of a lot of people when I got number 4. They overreact to certain suggestions. They overreact. People with hidden motives or taking risk and operating with one, so they might be a little edgy. You might see them get nervous or just overly emotional at anything that derails or could possibly derail them from getting a desired goal. My God, you ever been talking to somebody like, okay, y'all, they feel like they want to take you somewhere or whatever, but you say, no, I don't think I want to go over there tonight. Man, you tripping. You ain't trying to go over there. Why you ain't going? Man, I just don't feel like going over there tonight, man. I'm a little tired. I just want to relax. I ain't trying to do too much.
And when you, especially I'm just gonna say, even when dating and things like that, like when women deal with narcissistic men, you know, they end up getting upset. You know what I mean? You know when you're dealing with that type of brother, when he mad about everything. You know what I mean? Now I ain't talking about something that you done tap danced on his road. I'm talking about everything. He mad because you didn't want French fries that time or whatever. You know he just want to manipulate the whole situation. He want to watch how you eat, what you're drinking, you know what type of clothes you got on, your shoes, all that.
Man, and
diving off the deep end.
Bro, I know y'all know some people that get overly. It's a deflection. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Like sis say, yes, Lord. Panic mode to kicked in. They in panic mode. The stove just started getting hot on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, a lot of times you don't know what's inside something until it get hot.
Man.
I guarantee you, boy, stuff start coming, all kind of blood start coming out of chicken when you get that sucker to a certain temperature.
Nah,
I
for
guarantee
real.
you
For
gonna
real.
start seeing what's inside somebody, what's that temperature change, boy. I ain't lying. It is a deflection. That's exactly what it is.
Right.
And what's crazy is, Cindy, you knew that. Like, you knew, I don't even know how you knew that. So what they do is they try to make anything outside of what their intentions are seem like it's impossible or just stupid.
Exactly. It's diving out the deep end.
Right.
You be like, bro, you really you went in on her about that?
Right, yeah.
God, no. Like, man, you my dog, but you be tripping.
Right. Your motives be having you all.
Oh, he really is pushing P.
No,
It's too much. It's too much, dog.
No, bro, it gets serious though. Now that I agree with, now that I agree with, because they can be so clever, and that's where manipulation comes
Exactly,
in. Yes,
exactly.
And the guilt trip comes into play. Now, for real, they get the trip, and they get to try to make you think what you doing is bad. Like, bro, I don't even know why you go do that. You going all the way over there, and shoot, we got this over here popping. You tripping. You over there chilling with that one female. Yeah, we over here got 3-4 females out here.
Right.
And, oh,
Them
guess
be
what?
the
Your
one.
girl in there, too.
Man, that's some old clip business right there.
Say, man, I'm from the clip. You can tell I'm from the
Old business
clip.
right
Say,
there.
man, or your female, your homegirl. You try to kick it with your homeboy, and what she want to have? She want to have a hot girl something.
Right.
Come on, bro. You can't. Nah,
Your dog get on you, man. You got one gal. Yeah. What's wrong
you still with
that?
old boy? You still with?
For sure.
I hope he treating you right. Like why you all up in her business, bro? Get you some business and stay out of other people's cake, man. You don't even know the ingredient. It's vanilla. It's not chocolate. It's vanilla. Get out of people's business, man. And people be so they be tripped out. And they be making it seem like it's impossible. Ain't no way it's gonna work out. Ain't no way it's gonna work out. Ain't no way you gonna be able to get that job. Ain't no way you gonna be able to get to the next level of life. It's just not in your DNA. We
Right.
know where we from.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, and that's where that manipulation comes
Right.
in, because they hit you with that. Bro, you from over there. You no, that don't mean nothing.
That don't mean
That ain't got anything to do with the situation.
Quit playing with me, like, bro. Why you even saying that? Like, you supposed to be my dog. You supposed to have my
Man,
back.
you supposed to be my support.
Right. If anybody's supposed to push me, you supposed to push me. But what happens is when that heat start, what they truly start feeling like start coming out, and they can't hide it no more. It's get hard to hide that hidden motive now because they see that it's not going in their direction.
Exactly.
They thought that they were gonna have you in apartments forever.
Right. I'm trying to suppress your potential.
You wanted to have me in apartments forever. You ain't never wanted to see me in no house. You never wanted to see me with no car. You always wanted to see me on the 554.
Right.
Y'all may not know what the 554 is. You got to be from the hood to know what the 155. You never want to see me off the 553. Golly, you want me to keep hitting the dart bus?
Right.
Man, I'm tired of riding the dart train. I want to get a car, bro. You don't need no car. How you go pay the note every month? You don't even make it. Bro, quit speaking again. You got ulterior motive because they really don't want to see you above them because they feel like if you get something different, then you better than them. Not realizing that they have the same opportunity to get the same stuff.
Right.
But they don't have the mindset.
Or even the same qualities.
But you got to know when people have hidden motives that they will overly react in certain. They just overreact to just certain suggestions. You ain't even really made this. You just suggest some stuff to some people tomorrow. Just go and suggest some stuff to some people tomorrow.
Man.
See how they react. See how they react. You gonna see how they if their motives really for you. Just go and say something to somebody who really love you. Just be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna move to Atlanta. I think I'm gonna get a job in Atlanta. Just see how they react. See if they really for you.
Right.
Now, if they say something like, "Man, that's a far away," but shoot, if that's what you feel in your heart,
Right.
you got to go for the goal. But if they say something like, "Man, you losing your mind. Ain't nothing in Atlanta for
Right,
you,"
right.
then you know if they really for you, or if they just start to try to keep you in a certain state. Sometimes you just got to play with people sometimes just to see where they at with you. Like real talk. This is the fifth thing. This go bless you, gang. They cycle through different tactics with the same end in mind.
It's tough. It's tough.
They cycle through different tactics with the same end in mind.
Right.
Man, okay, let me break this down a little bit. So what happens is they'll go from highly emotional about a situation to nonchalant. When they see you ain't giving in to the highly emotional part,
Then they go back the other way.
they go back the other way. Oh, well, shoot, man. They don't want to do it anyway, bro. You know, we can just sit here and be bored.
Right.
You know how people live.
Right.
They try to triangulate it back, but they still got the same goal in mind. But now they ain't as overly excited about because they see you not feeding into that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they might use one line of thinking what you might don't take to and then switch it up to another line of thinking or what they call it in where we from. They might come from a different angle.
Right.
They playing angles,
Right.
which in reality has the same goal, just a different method.
And see, and like what I think about that when you say that is they start finding ways to crack everything and to manipulate the situation to how they want to be.
Right.
Like, as far as like they might play on your confidence, like with a woman, especially with me, like narcissistic men, they like to play on my confidence. Like, oh, you know, you're not capable of doing X, Y, and Z, or start talking about your you know what I mean, your appearance and
Right.
things like that. They find other ways like
Right.
to crack down on it, just so you can succumb to whatever the surroundings may be, or even the situation. Like, you know how like when we see the meals where I'm gonna be petty with my wife, so I'm gonna take the battery out the car. You one of them? You one of them? Or you one of them? Hope you ain't that petty. You watching on her, you petty. Just say I'm petty.
I ain't gonna
petty,
even
please.
lie. You alright with me if you can take a battery out of the car, because most females can't even take a battery out of the
Well,
car.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I with me.
I'm just saying in general.
I know
though, you
what
know
you're
what I
saying,
mean?
though, but
Well, they try to lock you down.
Yeah, boy. Say it, but this is a good one. This is a good one. I'm pregnant.
For sure, for sure.
I'm
Like I'm
pregnant.
telling you, cause like just people just manipulate a situation.
Hey,
Look, you ain't gonna be happy with
I done been
nobody
through it.
else but me. Now.
I'm telling you, say I done been through it. Don't look at me in that tone of voice. I
Yeah.
see how y'all looking at me on the other side of
Nah,
this
for
channel
real.
box. Don't look
I'm
at me.
gonna say I'm
I done
pregnant.
been through it. Female that told me she was pregnant, man. I
Ain't
was
going
like,
nowhere. In other
yeah.
words, she was saying is you gonna be in this relationship a little while longer.
a little while longer, just until I
Maybe
had
about
this
9 more months.
Till we
I'm
get
just saying.
Till we get the
I'm
test.
just saying. I'm just
Well, if
saying.
we get the DNA test, then you might be gone. But I'm gonna hold you down.
Look, it ain't just a woman. Let's flip it on the men.
Right.
I'm ending hot girl summer. That's what they doing. I seen YK Osiris on there. I'm gonna mess your summer up.
Yeah.
I'm canceling hot girl summer. Yeah, bro. Come on. Why you gonna be a hater?
Why you gonna do that, bro?
Why you gonna be a hater? She done lost all that weight in the wintertime.
Hold
She
on.
trying to put them new shorts on.
Say, you know a good one when it get real serious with man. Brothers, y'all don't hate me for this one, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and spill the beans, man. Wanna marry me?
Yeah. That's another one. That's another one. No, he ain't had no attention. They
got
been
no
engaged for 9 years.
Dude got ulterior motives, but he gonna use another tactic to keep you there a little longer.
Right.
He trying to keep you on his path.
Right.
You don't wanna marry me? So I'm gonna marry you. We gonna get engaged. We engaged. You will marry me. And y'all been engaged. If you been engaged for
Yeah.
over 5 years.
Look, like really, in reality though, that's when you know you at the cusp at the end of the relationship and you toxic, you start finding other ways to make sure that it's lasting a little while long.
Bro,
You
y'all
start talking
know-
about building in that type of amount. You know what I'm
Act
saying?
like a lady, think like a man. You know what I mean? Say, bruh, it's real though. It's real talk. People will do stuff to keep you in certain places or certain states of relationship or
Man.
anything. Like hidden motives are so real, and you gotta realize when somebody got hidden motive, bruh. If she tell you she pregnant, if she more than 5 months, chances are
She was already pregnant.
that ain't your baby, doc.
Yeah, she was already pregnant.
That ain't your baby, doc.
She had a hidden motive for real.
She had a hidden motive agenda.
Yeah,
she,
yeah.
she wasn't finna take care of that baby
Hidden
by
baby.
herself, baby.
For
Sure.
real.
And y'all know it's women out there. I'm not saying all
That's
women are
tough,
like
man.
that, but there's some women out there like that. You know, I'm a virgin, man. Come on, man. Like you not. You finna then you go drag them along. Talking about nah, I don't want to break my virginity, right? But you ain't been a virgin for about 5-6 years. All of a sudden, you meet somebody now, you a virgin. You know, people play so much, and these are just ways people try to cycle around and use little old manipulative methods to get you into certain. It's just a motive. It's just a motive, right? Like your partner who trying to, you know how people are. They trying to jack you or whatever. Say, bro, let's go over to little what's the name house and kick it over there, nigga. We don't never kick. We don't even kick it. Kick it over what?
Right.
But we don't even mess with them like that.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
why would you even ask me to do that? Like when people start acting outside of their normal,
Right. That's an indicator.
because it done got hot. It done got hot. So what they trying to do is they trying to cycle it down a little bit. The situation done got hot. So now they trying to cycle it down a little bit because you done got a wire. Your antenna done raised up.
Right, that's an indicator.
You see red flags, and so they trying to do. You knew he was cheating on you. Like you knew he was cheating on you. As soon as you asked him, who is such and such, this Negro had the nerve to come into the house a week later with a ring. Come on now. Look, y'all ain't got to sit up here and be play with me. Y'all just, I done heard all these tactics laugh out of y'all. Now, it's real. It's free game.
Right.
I ain't never played about pregnancy, laugh my man, but it's some out there
Right,
that
because they find ways to hold you hostage. They try to find ways to hold you hostage. Playboy, if you've been paying the bills all this time, and then say she been cutting up, she still wants that.
Right.
Even if she might not want to do, she find a way to keep you.
Yes.
Well, you know, he ain't bad. He all right.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So
right.
we start finding ways.
Say, dude, man, I ain't even finna say that on live. I ain't gonna go there. But dude will go through extra. Let me just say he'll add something extra in the bedroom when he feel like you done got discouraged to him. Let me just say that he going in. You wondering what he doing. What done got into you? Yeah, you know what done got into him.
That's a hidden motive.
He try to keep you on this page.
That's a hidden motive, mama.
And the only way he gonna be able to do that is to go a little extra. You wondering why he going extra. Yeah, he put a little more drip on it. He put a little more salt. you know. Say, bro, I'm giving y'all free game. Don't be mad at me either, bro. I'm just telling y'all, man. Y'all gotta quit proposing to these women to try to keep them paying your phone bill.
Yeah. Or
proposing over a phone bill.
Or it could be just the fact that you one of them ones you play off and do all that, and then you realize she a good girl, and then you done lost it. You know what I mean?
Man, you trying to get it back.
Right.
You trying to get it back.
So you try to find other ways, like, baby, man, I'm just trying to do anything to keep
up.
Man,
a woman's fed
right. It'd be tough, though.
Say, Jack, it ain't nothing you could do about it. It's like running out of love. You ever ran out of love? Yeah, you trying to find a little cycle. You try to use a little method to get back in there, and it still don't work. You done went extra in the bedroom. She still mad in the morning. You still tripping? Dog, I thought that was going to work. Let me try to let it calm down, and then that conversation comes, and she say, well, I think we need to talk.
That's it. She will drop you like a bad habit, Doc.
Woo, that's a cold.
Like a fake purr.
Say, bro, it go from 98 to 67 quick. Shoot, I was sweating.
Get rid of you like
cold.
A fake
Nah, but for real, they cycle through different tactics with the same end in mind. This is number 6. Their manipulation becomes apparent. Their manipulation becomes apparent. In my experience, people who are manipulative become very obvious because when they see the situation getting far from the intended goal, they get to acting radical.
Man, they start throwing up.
They get to have
a panic attack.
Man.
Like I see, have a panic attack. Nah, for real. And I done seen it. And it's like, bro, why you so bent out of shape, Doc?
Yeah.
This was going to happen that way
anyway. Why you tripping? Like, why? Oh, you finna do that? You finna bust the windows out the car. You finna.
I done seen it.
You finna put the tires on flat. Exactly. You gonna put some sugar in the gas tank. Exactly. You finna call the police. You really finna call the police? Because you want to keep me so bad. Good. When it's over, it's over. It's some good men out there that are in domestic violence situation because it was over in their heart and the female wasn't trying to hurt. She done called the police. She done started a fight with the dude, scratched him all across his face. Nigga, you going to jail tonight.
Yeah.
I don't care what you going to jail tonight.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
It get real, and so they get to acting radical. You ever had somebody start acting radical in your life? I can say, woo, chill. That's why I'm single. I want someone on my level. I've done the work to be who I am and not be bitter, so I expect the same. The mind games that people play are a fool.
Nah, for real. I mean, the crazy thing is that people don't really see that it actually takes a lot of energy to actually finesse every situation we in.
Man.
I was telling him, like, you got the mindset of, I always got a saying, you can't see the dollars when all you doing is counting pennies. Like, you trying to control every little piece of situation. You ain't gonna never have no vision. You never gonna see past the trees, as we would say. You never gonna see past the trees. All you gonna be is locked up in that one situation.
Right.
So if I'm just trying to control you here, it doesn't. You never know how far you could go if you would actually, see past what me trying to do is to manipulate a scene or a circle or a social group. You know what I mean?
Right.
You could probably be way past it.
It's real.
Way beyond it.
But it's hard, bro. Like, it's really hard to see. Because a lot of times, I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of times, I really knew that people had hidden motives. I just didn't exactly know what the motive was. I knew it was something there.
Right.
but I just didn't know what it was, and so I was just hoping that it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Whatever it could. I was just hoping it was like, oh well, you probably just trying to get $20 or probably trying to get $100 or something. Probably trying to get me to pay your phone bill or whatever you trying to do. I just hope it ain't you trying to knock me off.
Right.
Because you really know subconscious. You like, man, something ain't right about so and so. Something ain't right. But so they become apparent. They become radical in their actions, and now they can't hide it no more. So they start making you out to be the bad guy.
Or have you ever been in a situation? I'm sorry, this might be off topic. When you go into a situation where the manipulator's always he or she finds a way to talk about you and engage in the conversation that way, only for it to go back to what they want you to do.
Right, boy.
So
that's a good way of doing that.
Hey, Doc, I know it's your birthday. How you been doing X, Y, and Z? And just only for them to say, well, bro, you get them shoes that I asked you to get. It's like, I thought this was about me today.
Right.
You realize that it's not.
People petty in the mud.
Right.
People petty in the mud. They always got a hidden agenda, always got a hidden goal, a hidden tactic, putting you and the other person in a box. Yes, playing victim when they are the villain. Nah, for real, Dunshell, I hate it when people get to a point where they getting exposed and now it's all your fault.
Right.
Well, if you wouldn't have did this, then I wouldn't have did that. No. Man, no.
You did it.
You did. Yeah, you gotta be real. I didn't think what I was doing was gonna hurt you like that. Shoot, I was doing me. I wasn't doing that to intentionally hurt you. You did this as a... What you got, Doc? I seen they picked up that mic. I'll be watching you, Doc. As soon as you grab that mic,
sometimes people know people's triggers too.
Right.
Yeah.
That's enough. And they play on them, Calvin.
Man, I'm talking about 100.
So they'll do something knowing the reaction.
Yeah,
and they play on them.
Yeah, and you got to be careful with those folks too, because those be the folks that'll get you in those situations that you can't get yourself out of.
And being openly, emotionally too available to be, you know what I mean? You end up being too much emotionally available.
Right.
Too vulnerable.
Right. You too real.
You too transparent.
You too real.
You too open.
You too. And there is a reality in being too real with some individuals. There is an actual way you can be too real. You can't expose every card to everybody, especially when you don't really feel like they got your best interest at heart. A lot of us, we get in a situation where we feel like the person got our best interest at heart, but some don't quite feel right, so we take a risk.
Right.
And we expose a little bit of it.
Right.
And that little bit is enough to set off something in their mind that'll have you their target for the rest of their situation. You gotta understand how important it is to get into, and so they become apparent in their actions.
Right.
And it's crazy because now it's my fault that you tried to play me.
And you know the bad thing about that, Doc, is that when you say they too apparent in their actions, is that the fact that you know how everybody else can see the situation, and you the one that's in the box and you can't. And then just like you say, your mom and your dad were like, man, I told you Joe Blow was a loser. You knew he was a loser.
Yeah, but you want to see that.
Exactly.
You want to see that.
Right, or your auntie, your uncle, everybody in your family know you shouldn't. Why does he keep pulling up to the dang on cook up?
Right.
To the cookout. Why are you steady bringing him to the barbecue?
Who made the potato salad?
He done you dirty 50 times, and you steady pulling up with him.
Say, man, you ever had people cook some messed up stuff, bring it to the family? You just messed up. You just cooked this. It's nasty. You got people over here eating. You ain't even ate none of your own stuff. You know it's nasty.
Right.
You just did it because you just want to just be nasty. You just got a bad heart. You just, man, say some people just so ignorant, man. I can't stand some people, but man, so when they got hidden motives, when their manipulation becomes apparent. And this is the last thing, man. It's 7:52, man. We almost finna get about this thing, but I want to give y'all a few little old jewels in how to deal with people who have hidden motives. This is the last thing. You have a yucky feeling after talking with them. You got a yucky feeling after talking with them. You ever talk to somebody that after the conversation, you just like, man, you're like for real, like the conversation just rub you all the way wrong. Like they just been walked off and you just like, man.
I don't want to say just talking. I just want to say interactions, period, though, because you can deal with them like on a professional level or a personal level, and when they leave your presence, it's like like man, why did you even bring Joe Blow around me? You start questioning yourself. Right.
And what's crazy is they try to make it like they really are at your best interest. But when they leave, you like, man, shoot, man, don't bring them around me no more.
Right. You start feeling the vibe.
Yeah. And so you don't really want to just go, because I used to be blunt. I used to be so blunt. You can smoke me. I swear to God. When somebody I felt like wasn't for me was around me, I used to be like, say, I don't like you.
Oh my!
I'm just gonna tell you straight
That's
up.
tough.
I mean, I didn't even flick cigarettes at people when I used to smoke cigarettes. Dude, say get off around me, bro.
Stop.
Nah, I'm trying to take it all the way. I go from 0 to 1,000 real quick.
Oh
that
my
was back in them thugging days, though. You know, when it was Cutthroat City. It was Cutthroat City. Y'all gotta forgive your boy. I just didn't stand no fake stuff. I wasn't going for it. Wasn't. And it was some people that would come around me, and I would just be like, man, say, bro, I don't even know why you over here.
Right.
Yeah, matter of fact, I did the resume check on you. I know how you is.
Right.
Yeah, don't come around here, bro.
Right.
Nah, for real, bro. And if they stay any longer, I used to get frustrated. Quit coming around here. You got somebody that just keep coming around. You don't like them. They know you don't like them.
Right.
Bro, quit. You asking for it. Like, and that's how you used to use.
Well, that's a true manipulator, knowing that they see the signs and they still engage you,
Bruh.
and you know, and they make you miserable. And it's like, ooh, I'm finna come over here and I'm finna do it.
why I
I'm
used to flick
finna
cigarettes.
tap dance on Joe Blow spirit.
And your spirit ain't right because they come around. They come around. Your spirit just messed up. Like, hey man,
Right.
sucker here, man.
Right.
Hey, what's up, man? Man, say, man.
Nah, for real.
Yo, get your ass around me, man. Like, go find something to do, man.
Right, but that's what you got to know about like yourself though, because it's your own intuition. Like
Right.
you, and it's just not more than just a woman. It's men too. Like you feel a vibe. You know better. Or
Right.
even like with a woman, like you know what I mean. If she's like so much, we say so promiscuous, where you feel like you ain't gonna be in a relationship with that woman, and you know when she see you or when you interact with her, you know it ain't it's bad vibes, or she gonna see that one that's gonna put you in a whole bunch of drama and in turmoil, and you don't follow that.
Vibe killers do take you all the way. They take your vibrations all the way down. Like you be say vibe killers. I can't stand vibe killers. My kinfolk say, bruh, you used to be straight savage. Yeah. Yeah, that's old. That was my Saul days. I'm Paul today, cuz I'm Paul today. Cindy say I can't stand a narcissist manipulative mofo. I can dig that. Cindy, sit down. She ever said that? Yeah, I did say that it used to be so. But nah, for real though, those are 7 ways that you can actually, and I hope y'all wrote them down, man, because sometimes we don't really know when we're dealing with folks who are trying to manipulate, or we try to, massage the situation and make it like it's not happening.
Right, you smooth it over.
Nah, quit smoothing it over, because shoot, you keep on smoothing it over, I'm telling you, y'all know my testimony. Shoot, I got shot 8 times.
Right, to come back and
You know what I'm saying? That stuff will come back and bite you in a worse way. I lost my brother. You know what I'm saying? That stuff will come back and bite, because you never know. You don't know how big the motive is until you actually get the motive. Like, you might be exposing the the hidden agenda through somebody, but you really never know what the true hidden agenda is until it's actually exposed. But you got to stop it before it get there. So this is the first way, man. We ain't got long, man. Look, we finna get up off this thing, but this is the first way to deal with hidden agendas. The first way to deal with hidden agendas is, like I told y'all earlier, keep diverting the conversation to see where it leads. Keep diverting the conversation. If you know that they really just hanging on to one conversation, keep diverting it.
Right.
See what happens.
Play deflection. You deflect back.
Yeah. Deflect back. Sometimes you'll never be able to see a fool until you play the fool yourself. Sometimes you just got to keep on playing with it. Like, yeah, but like I was talking about.
Right. You do it right back to that.
We from the hood.
Right.
We know how to play crazy.
Right.
If I don't know how to do nothing else, I can play crazy, Jack. Say, I play crazy with you so quick, and you at some point of the conversation, you gonna say, man, you doing this on purpose. Exactly. Yeah, I'm doing this on purpose.
Right.
See, why you keep on trying?
Or you stop pushing your own. The person with the hidden agenda stop pushing their own motive. Like, okay, so and so is not buying into it.
Right.
He's not buying in.
Right. At all.
So let me stop it.
Right. At all. Yeah, either you go stop it or say, I'm gonna stop you. Which one we want? Which one we go do? Because it's not. Sometimes it's not even that big as somebody trying to hurt you or nothing like that. Sometimes it could be as small as somebody trying to get you to do something for them.
Right. Or push the envelope of having sex with somebody that you ain't really. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't really had no real intimacy.
See, or I wouldn't finna go there.
Or a date. But that's what I'm saying. That's what you think. I'm serious though, because some men, especially when we feel like we done engaged you enough. It's time. It's something to do. The rent is due, baby. The rent is due. But you got to realize, though, sometimes you got to be, you got to be woman enough or man enough to say, look, I feel like we ain't stepped up into that part of the relationship yet.
Right. Number two. listen more than you talk and seem agreeable. Listen more than you talk and seem agreeable. Sometimes you just got to shut up and let them expose themselves.
Right.
I'm telling you, you will never know how much a person will expose themselves if you just shut up and let them keep talking.
Or like even when, man, you know what? And I
Didn't
be
you
dealing,
just say?
yeah, exactly. And like narcissists, they so high up into themselves
Right.
that you could let him just smoke his own. You can let him smoke his own drug. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna get a feel off of him just being him.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You see these shoes, they gator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy,
Yeah,
that
okay.
is not a gator.
Yeah,
That-
they gator. They gator.
That's that facade
Right.
stuff that people be talking about.
But
Gators
that's what
don't
they
snap.
looking for, though.
Yeah, man, that's
That's
cool.
what they looking for.
Man, we at 7:59. Let me get to the last. We got 3 more, and then we out here. Number 3 is start a strategic argument to see how they respond. That's how you say. That's a good way to expose a hidden agenda, is to start a strategic argument. Matter of fact, argue about what they keep on trying to conversate about.
Right.
Just argue about it. You ain't really trying to, just to have an argument. You ain't really, that ain't your intention. But you just trying to see their response. How you go respond to this? Now, forget that what you talking about. We ain't finna do it. Yeah, you can go tell your mama.
Yeah.
Just start an argument.
Right.
See what they do. If they really get to a point where they really ready to like fight you,
Yeah,
or,
they fight or flight.
like, brother, you really know, like,
Yeah.
oh, bro, you really had something bad out
Yeah,
for
something
me.
on
Like,
your heart.
you didn't really feel like you felt some type of way about
Right.
that. Like you was really snaking me, bro.
Right.
You was really snaking me. Number four, deal with the ones you can and let go of the ones you can't. Because our hidden agendas is not something to just cut the relationship out for. Some hidden agendas is just like you said. He just wanted a little bit of nookie because he didn't get you a lot of cookies. Sometimes it ain't really worth cutting them out for. You just gotta let them know. Say, man, we playing the long road or whatever.
Right.
Sometimes you just gotta know how to deal with it.
Exactly. I'm playing the long game.
Right.
I'm dating to get married.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Sometimes you gotta
this
put it
is
out there.
this is not no short thing.
Right.
Right.
It's just as simple as that. You ain't got to get mad and start playing the song. He ain't nothing to cut up. You ain't got to put it. People know. Black
Right.
folks. We talk through our music.
Right. Right.
We talk through our. You'll know where this relationship going by the end of this song.
Right, by what he or she is playing, either R. Kelly, all that.
Say we talk through our music, cause I don't know what it is about us, but it's
Right.
something about us in music. If you walk in the house and she playing something like Beyonce, to the left, chances are
You gone.
y'all finna have a whole conversation.
Yeah.
So black folks talk to her. So you will know what we talk
agree.
about when
I
that
agree.
music come on.
I agree. Yeah, for sure.
We are so crazy. But say this is the last one. Sometimes you just gotta cut the grass. I know. That's a difficult one for some of us to do. You ain't never ran a lawnmower a day in your life. But today is a day that you realize that how important it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut the grass and expose the snakes. And let them scatter. Let them scatter. They wasn't enough for your best interest anyway. And I mean that's the most painful thing when you are emotionally tied to somebody.
Right.
They played their role so well, and some of these Negroes and Negrettes ought to be Denzel Washington, because they play their role so well that by the time you realize they were playing a role, you at the credits. The movie's going off. It's golly, you son of a gun. And so you got to realize that sometimes you just got to cut the grass. I know how hard that can be, but when people got hidden motives, chances are, depending on how deep the motive go again.
Right.
Like, if your mama call you and she started off a conversation, how mama started conversations off, and at the end of the conversation, she say, come take me to the stove. You knew that was the motive from the get-go, but that ain't enough to cut somebody out.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
But if your partner, your so-called partner, start off a conversation with how much they love you, and by the end of the conversation, y'all fighting, chances are, that ain't your partner. Chances are, that ain't your homegirl. And we got to know the difference between hidden motives and just people. Sometimes hidden motives are deeper than that.
Yeah.
But say, check this out, man. I'm glad y'all tuned in, man. Gonna get that slap. Oh, Lord have mercy. What y'all talking about on here? Sit back and watch. Yeah, let them expose themselves. Right, snakes come out. Right, facts. Oscar Deech, they get an Oscar for real, man. They did Denzel the game. Some of them, man, I swear to God, boy, they would have played. If they would have played in any Denzel movie, I'm talking about what was the movie? He was in the hospital, Q. Or whatever that movie was with the baby with the heart.
John Q.
John Q. If some of these people, if they played in Denzel Washington movie, I guarantee they get an Oscar. Cause you be ready to, boy, by the time you realize what's going on, you be so ready to kill, boy. How did you play that so well? It was, that was too good. It pisses you off. But say next week, Shane, next week we gonna be talking about the power in being down and out.
Look, bro, ever say you can, Benet, just give him a shout out.
Oh yeah, Benet, my boy on here, yeah, man, you can get a shot, man. You know I love you, my boy, man. Say, man, we finna do a movie with this kid, man. So y'all be looking out for my boy. We finna do a movie together. We got rehearsals. What's when you go and try out for the movie?
Casting.
We got auditions, yeah, casting and auditions coming up soon, man. We gonna be in the movie with Benet Emery, man. He go be something, and we gonna be something else, and so we gonna be doing whatever. Say, but this gonna be a good movie, I guarantee you. If you put us in there, you gonna be in the movie?
Yeah, I worked that out.
Man, he gonna be the postman. Say, we gonna be doing this thing, man. We gonna be doing this thing, man. Say, but check this out, man. Next week we gonna be talking about the power in being down and out. A lot of times we don't even realize how much power it is in being down and out. Do you not realize the power? Let me show you how much power it is in being down and out. Look at you today. Just think about that real quick, because you done been down and out, but look at you right now. We're going to be talking about that next week, man. I ain't going to give y'all too much on it because I want y'all to tap in next Monday, man. We're going to be talking about the power in being down and out, because if you've ever been down and out and you in your right mindset right now, you got a job, you got a roof over your head, you can go buy you something from the fast food restaurant without worrying about splitting it with somebody because you ain't got enough money, so y'all had to go half. You already know the power in being down and out. We're going to be talking about that next week. Say, man, I love y'all, man. It's your boy Shelby, man.
Oh, this Clee, man. This Clee.
Yeah.
Look, I'm ready to tap out. But look, I think Benet said the name of the movie is Older Man, Younger Woman. So,
okay, Older
y'all
Man.
Be on the lookout for that.
Younger Woman. Y'all be on the lookout for Older Man, Younger Woman. I might be playing the preacher in this movie. I might be playing the preacher. Y'all might need to come to the altar a little bit. Let me be an extra. Y'all, for real, Cindy, we gonna be on there. My boy for real about it too. Not too many people know about it, I swear. I don't know what you talking about, kinfolk, but you gotta quit putting my business out there on this chatterbox. This boy been exposed to me the whole time. The whole world sound like some type of trick move. But say, man, say my folk ain't got no chill, man. I love that dude, man. He for real with it. But say, man, I love y'all, man. Say, next week y'all come back and tap in with us 7 o'clock, man. Say, I appreciate y'all cruising through and chatting with us. Say, next week come back, we gonna chat it up. Peace.